All right. So with that, all right. Let us begin. Let us begin. Oh, and I'll find. Auto find. Activate source. Those two are activated. Pick that up. Test trigger. 134. Didn't work. Wait. Wait, why is it not enabled? Dang it. There you go. Right.
By the way, I'm paying.
See, I suppose I'll continue with Bell promo, I guess. Really, let's go. All right,
Wasn't that delicious?
I think I am set.
No, I got it.
Information has been sent. It has been thrown out there.
Be silly. You don't be silly.
We'll see how this goes. I think everything should be fine. Okay.
Paper, scissors for it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No!
No, wait. I did not get me water. I am very prepared. Very, very prepared.
Whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for? But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app.
We gotta figure out a better way to organize my things.
You're good at business, we're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
Lavender is back at Starbucks. Put some spring in your cup with the iced lavender matcha. And now, here you go. Your iced lavender lattes are ready at Starbucks.
Alright, I started off early. Had a few more things that I need to do, but I think more or less I am prepared. Welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Of course, I could, as usual, I cannot see who is here. Blah, blah, blah. Chat. I can always start chat. Okay. Not gonna activate usually, but vamos a ver. Oh, welcome. We are gonna continue on with Scarlet Hollow today, so I'm not gonna be able to be on for too long, but we'll see how far we could get today. Let me pause the song. Nathan Wagner is a really good artist as well. Yeah, I'll listen to it later. Okay. So, it's over here. And let us oh yeah, shit. Let me turn this off till sunrise. And then switching over to gaming. Okay. Good morning, evening, afternoon, or night to wherever you live. To you wherever you live. Happy to have you back. Today we're going to continue on with Scarlet Hollow. I want to keep on playing Don't Close Your Eyes, but that is going, or no, in sound silence. There you go. I'll be playing that soon, or I will, in sound mind. I'll be continuing to play that one soon. I just currently wanted to try out Scarlet Hollow, and because I feel like I don't have as much time currently, I just wanted to kind of enjoy the progress of this story. Also because I was very curious about what the story is about. So, again, thank you very, very much for joining, and let us continue on with Scarlet Hollow. Welcome to my little nook. This place always has the loveliest aromas. It's nice to finally meet you, Umi Hazakino. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearline is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. And as always, I missed one person I could give this to, but you know, I just offer it to her. You hold out your bag of peanuts as a gift to Sybil. She offered you and Stella tea, after all, and it's only polite to offer something in return. Oh my! Thank you for the kind offer, dear, but I'm afraid it's far too late for me to have something so salty. What was that outside? You knew my mom? How did you know that my mom died? Never met Pearline. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about that woman. How do you know my mom died? It's good to get information down, so always ask. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to worry about him. You my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. You know that she died? Never met Pearline. How did you know that she died? Oh, Pearline was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart. Never read. Nah. We need your help. We need your help. Ha, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord, have you contacted the police? Yeah, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Yeah, here, I can show you. Stella pulls out the card she swiped from her camera and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth, the cops are going to be mad when they find out you kept that. I can't believe you're withholding evidence. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was that? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yeah. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if we can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika, are we seeing Kanika? You'd better come with Stella. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kenai. Kanika's door is covered with stickers, their edges frayed from recent but failed attempts to remove them. It is a childhood room someone was unhappy to return to. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. Ah, Gretchen, who's the good potato? Kanika, is it me? Am I the good potato? I will certainly hope I am. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Eventually somebody will get it. Should I kid? Somebody will get it eventually. You hold out your bold peanuts. Generosity is the best way to make new friends. No. Tabitha's cousin. Oh, great. Oh, sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friends have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess, so I'll just bring it out here. There. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? Silence washes over the room. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Umi Hazaki and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. I'm fine too, thanks for asking. Well, I'm not fine. You remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo. But Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree, those things are still out there. More serious than a man's death. I didn't like Duke anyways, remain silent. I agree, those things are still out there, and as long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true. But not for the reasons you think. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Umi Hazakinu with this telepo crap. Kaneka, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead. Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident. Or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kaneka. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to eat to these animals. You saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? Or maybe the ditchlings were here for Duke. Animals called them gardeners, not ditchlings. While the infected animals we met felt like they were going insane. That's something living in the kitchen. Chicken. Point Stella. Animals called them gardeners, not ditchlings. The animals called them gardeners, not ditchlings. What? That's upsettingly morbid. That being said, it kind of reflects what they're doing, doesn't it? Thinking about those growths, I wonder if we were seeing some sort of parasitic larval stage, like that really big doughy wasp or something. Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late, and I should let Umi Hazakinu get some rest. Oh, I don't know. It's getting late, and I should let Umi Hazakinu get some rest. I ran him ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I can keep going. I'm still worried. Yeah, I'm ready to pass out. It was nice meeting you, though. Stay up. This is important. I just want to go home. I'm not tired as shit. I don't want to just go home. I want to go make sure the cousin's okay. This is important, so I would probably stay up. I'm ready to pass out. It was nice meeting you, though. Stuff keep going apart. Remain silent. Truth be told, I feel like they would give me the information. If anything, I'd probably go for number 2 or number 3. Yeah, I want to go number 2 just because it's a good excuse to get home. So I know it's important information, so I would be willing to stick through. Now let's go for number 2. Yeah, I'm about ready to pass out. Thanks for the help, Sybil, and it was nice to meet you, Kaneka. Sorry I had to be under such weird circumstances. Hopefully the next time we meet will be a little less terrifying. We should all hang out this week, Kaneka. Maybe we could even get Reese to chill with us. I could really use it. But for now, thank you both so much for everything. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. See you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kaneka. I'll see ya. Bye, Umi Hazakinu. It's excellent, iced or warmed, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. She will turn and close the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. Alright, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? Well, this is me. Are you good finding your way back? Yep. Yeah. Yep. Cool. I'll see you around. Not like I have much of a choice. I don't know. I think I need to process things. I'll leave town as soon as I can. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Umi Hazakinu. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Continue down the path. Almost home. Continue down the path. The salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. Oh, thank God, you're back. Where the hell have you been? Called you back as soon as I had reception. You didn't even pick up when I called you back. I texted you back. The miner outside the general store, which a man died tonight. Hi, Debbie. Leave. Look, I got something or something. It was weird. I met this girl in town and we hit it off. None of your business. I called you back as soon as I had reception. I don't care. You gave me a heart attack. Hi, Tabby. Ah, so you met Stella then? And she's gotten you all worked up. That explains everything. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Can you tuck me in? No. You don't want to hang out? I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline for tonight. I would love to just hang out for a little while. Cool down a bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind You're alone in the state. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. Probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. You thoughtlessly stumble into your room. Before you even fully realize you're there, you've already collapsed into the mattress, exhausted. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Yeah, I was lied. There's about 5 chapters out right now, so this is going to be a good experience. Them eyes in the woods. Them eyes in the woods. Are they from animals? Are they from me? We'll miss you, Duke. Scarlet Hollow Town Hall. That's the guy that we're talking about earlier, I think. One that's just going through bad things. And somebody is dead there. And the door is slightly ajar. What the hell? Oh god. Them eyes. Them sad faces. The minds. You reader beware, you're waiting for a scare. Oh wait, it doesn't have goosebumps. I bet. The hell? Scarlet Hollow. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. Okay. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now, which I just did. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before you start episode 2? I mean, I guess. Why not? Nah, if I need to come back into it, I'll come back into it. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there, right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you've ever felt okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. No, you can refresh yourself on the events of your previous days by using the journal icon in the quick menu. Check on Dustin, poke around the closet, look out the window. Let's poke around the closet. The doll's still there. Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Turn back to the rest of the room. Got the window. You creep toward the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. You head out there and investigate after you finished waking up. Check on Dustin. Open the drawers to check in on Dustin. Oh good, he's still here. Cuban is back! Hey, good morning, Dustin. How are you today? Dustin feel good. Had productive night. Do you have bread now? Yes, Dustin found a bread. Dustin also ate a bug last night. Good night for Dustin. Maybe my pro. Monster. Talk to you about something horrible that happened last night. Cuban can always talk to Dustin. What happened? I watched a man die. The woods are full of horrible monsters. I watched a man die last night, Dustin. When Dustin gets scared, Dustin pretend to be dead. Maybe if you pretend to be dead, monsters leave you alone. Maybe humans' friends also play dead. It's nice to catch up, Dustin. I'll see you around. Okay. Gently close the drawer. Dress and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frau eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Her pupils dilate and her tail twitches. I see you are still here. How unfortunate. Have you anything weird around here? Excuse me, ma'am. May I pet you? I believe we have been over this. That filthy pair of hands will not befoul my fur. Have you noticed anything weird around here? We ran into these horrible things in the woods last night and... Silence! Do you know what time it is? Quiet your awful little mouth. Your voice is the only horrible thing I have witnessed as of late. Hey. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here one day and you've already had a run-in with the cops. There are monsters in the woods. We need to leave. Got me some slack. What can I say? Trouble follows me wherever I go. Duke's blood is on my hands. Did they say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Umi Hazakinu. Before you ask, don't worry. I told them that you're an upstanding citizen. Thanks for having my back. Sure, what else is family for? Let's see, you were chased through the woods by monsters and you're worried about the cops. There are monsters in the woods, so we need to leave. I saw them with my own two eyes. Ugh, this is Stella's influence, isn't it? That girl spent years chasing her own shadow thinking it's Bigfoot. This is just a sleepy mountain town where nothing ever happens. I'm not about to flee in terror just because Stella thinks she saw some ghouls. What is up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. Is there anything I can do to help out? You can stay out of trouble while I do my job. Oh, and I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Cousin Huffley exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in a characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in this state. It seems you make a habit of bad first impressions, not? Your cat chuckles mockingly. Time to start your day. Let's see. This makes a PB&J. You quickly scrap together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. Investigate the garden. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from her upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you, compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Investigate further. You wander farther into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. You know, the garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. The greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect. Its glass clouded and cracked. Statues reach out from within seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates at the very peak of the mountain, sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Look the ground for clues. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. A footprint. A big footprint. And what looks like some kind of viscera? Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. With that, you head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Head to town. After last night, you should make things up to your cousins. Screw going to town. Try to clean the guest bathroom instead. If you're going to have to keep using, the most fun move is not to play. You're going to at least make sure the surfaces have been bleached. You scrouge for cleaning supplies, finding a few dusty containers and spray bottles, none of which you recognize. They all feel like antiques, but they're the best you have. Armed with a rag and trash bag, you set to work. It is a monumental task, and it nauseates you to think about just how many years of caked up dirt, gunge, unformed fluids you have to scrub away to return some semblance of normalcy to the bathroom. You try not to concentrate too hard on what exactly you're cleaning up, but empty bottles of blonde hair dye and piles of used makeup remover pads start to paint a picture of the person who used it before you. An older woman, dyeing her once blonde hair and applying a daily shell of makeup to keep the image of herself stagnant, exactly where she wanted it. Verlaine. She couldn't stay stagnant forever. As you dump the overflowing trash can, you can't help but notice, perched on top of the old bottles of hair dye, a few freshly used napkins. They're covered in what looks like crusty bodily fluid, some mix of blood and unhealthy yellow pus. That might be as much as you can do without a pressure washer and renovations. But at least taking showers here won't make you feel dirtier than when you started. But your admiration of a job adequately done is interrupted by the sudden heavy thunk of a metal door knocker, the sound seeming to reverberate its way down your spine. Someone is at the front door. Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. I've been thinking about what you went through all night. I brought some fresh tea. Let's settle in somewhere and talk. You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you steaming tea from her thermos. The smell is amazing. A nostalgic, earthy odor, reminiscent of fall, as if it was brewed with autumn leaves. Or take a sip. Take a sip of tea. It tastes not like a rotten log, but somehow isn't unpleasant. Like you're tasting a hike through dawn-dampened woods. It leaves a refreshing citrusy aftertaste, like a cool breeze sweeping the leaves from the path the tea left on your tongue. I hope you like it. This is my new chaga and lemon balm blend. I love experimenting with local ingredients. Thanks for the tea, but I was kind of looking forward to my diet license. So simple. Is it because I decided to stay home today? Is there any news about Duke? His family has been notified. That's as much as I know. Poor Duke. He was a good man. But I fear his death is merely a sign of more tragedy to come. Which I suppose brings us to what I came to talk to you about. You went through quite the ordeal last night and are holed up alone in, well, bless her heart. But Tabitha hasn't exactly reclaimed this place since Pearland passed. I feel like I'm hailing cobwebs. I wanted to check in on you. How are you holding up, dear? Really? Why do you want to know? Is he trying to stay on Tabitha's good side? I'm doing so much has already happened and I've only been here for a day. I don't know how I'm doing. So much has already happened and I've only been here for a day. Well, if it's any consolation, there's a sound somewhere above you, a creaking floorboard betraying a shifting presence. There is something in the room above you. You heard that too, didn't you? You know, dear, I was planning to stop by the mines for a quick chat with your cousin. Maybe it would be a good idea if you came along. I don't like the thought of you being alone in this big house. Not with the town the way it is right now. There's another creak from above, leaving suddenly. Seems like a very good idea. You take me to my cousin. I wanted to go see her anyway. It was going to get boring staying here all day. Kind of hoping to go back to town, but if you're already going that way, I guess I can do that after seeing Tabitha. Wait, I can't just do that. I can't. I want to visit my cousin at the mines. Heck yeah, let's go. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to go back to town, but if you're already going that way, I guess I can do that after seeing Tabitha. Wonderful, let's go. Goodbye, Frou Frou. The review waits around to see if the sound will continue. You quickly make your way back to the door and out into the inviting autumn air. You're once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze, your lungs having grown accustomed to the stale, dusty air of the state, not realizing how much they were being suffocated. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. There really is nothing like the mountains in autumn. There's something comforting about the woman's presence. She exudes a warmth, her smile feels like kindly approval, even though you feel like you've done nothing to earn it. There's something comforting. Why were you born here? How did you wind up in this town? Much about my family and any history I should know about. So is there a Mr. Sybil? Yeah. Is there a church in town? I feel like we do some religion right about now. What do you think of Stella? What do you think of Tabitha? Were you born here? How did you wind up in town? My family has been in these hills for generations, possibly even longer than yours. I married into the general store, though. Perhaps that we were just your standard hill folk, kept to ourselves, fended for ourselves. That's why I know so much about the local flora. That kind of knowledge was vital for all the generations that came before me to survive out here. Do you know much about my family? Any history I should know about? Oh yes, everyone around here knows quite a bit about your family. You founded the town, after all. Your family and the history of this town are completely intertwined. Your great, well, I'm not exactly sure how many greats that would be. Some distant grandfather of yours started the mine, which started the town. The town nearly collapsed into ruin after the collapse of 1918, and once again, your family pulled it back up. Now, here we are. I'm not sure what else there is to say. What do you want to know? Collapse? Like an economic like collapse or war? The whole reason this town exists is just me and Tabitha. Has that been loaded? Do you think we're still loaded? Really just me and Tabitha? Like I said, a few of us left. I suppose fate is crueler to some than to others. In a lot of ways, your family has been very fortunate. But the Scarlets have seen their fair share of death as well. Maybe more than their fair share. Collapse? Like an economic collapse? We certainly had our fair share of those, but no. There was a mine collapse in 1918. The town lost so many souls that day. Men and boys. This was before child labor laws came into effect in these parts. As if the collapse wouldn't have been bad enough. Tragedy on its own. There had to be children involved. It seems your family avoided most of the blame, especially since they managed to pull the town back together afterwards. Hard to remember to be angry at someone when they're the reason you have food on your table. Mine is the whole reason this town exists. Sorry, mine is the whole reason this town exists? I'd say so. If it fails, I'm not sure anybody would be able to stick around for long. That being said, I suppose everything has to end eventually. One shouldn't plan on things to continue on exactly the same forever. I think it's Stella. Such a ray of sunshine. Even with everything that's happening to her, she tries to smile through it all. An admirable young woman, if you ask me. Tabitha. She works too hard, but I suppose that's a burden she carries, with your family's mind to run. It can't be doing her any good, though I'm sure that has something to do with her disposition. Bless her heart. So is there Mrs. Sybil? There was, but unfortunately he passed about a year and a half ago, give or take. Life up in the hills can be hard on people, for all kinds of reasons, even if you never step foot in the mines. Your church in town, I feel like I could use some religion right now. Yes, though it's not exactly in the best conditions. It's a very, very old building, and I don't think any pastor has been able to keep up with the kind of maintenance it needs. Not many people go up there. It seems no one wants to pray in a church that's starting to fall in on them. My daughter also says she finds the current pastor creepy, but I think he's a nice enough young man. Just struggles with people, which isn't the best position to find yourself in if your job is people. Continue on in silence until you're interrupted by a woman jogging towards you. Joanne! Wonderful to see you as always. Have you met Umi Hazakinu? Subit. No, we haven't met. Yeah. Joanne, here is our resident doctor, and Umi Hazakinu is Vivian's kid, of course, in town for the funeral. I put that together. Now here your bowl of peanuts. Now that you're putting a bag of peanuts offering friendship to the certain woman, put those disgusting things away. And because you don't seem particularly sharp, let me be clear about something. Don't even think about calling me Joanne. It's Dr. Kelly to you. People my son's age don't get first name privileges. How is Reese doing? Any better these days? Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh. She's surviving, same as usual. You know that. His son has a rare condition. Do you make a habit of sharing that kind of private information with anyone who wanders into town? Tell him Kaneka also says hello. I get the feeling she and Stella miss seeing him. Oh, you know, since you're here, maybe we should set them up for a visit this week. Doesn't that sound nice? Umi Hazakinu could come too. Tibble, there's adults, we don't need to set them up on play dates. And you know how easy it is for him to tire himself out. It's not worth it. I need to get home and get him his meds. I can't stand around talking all day. The woman starts her jog again. Her pace faster than before, almost as if she's running away from the awkward interaction. She's a bit of a brusque woman, isn't she? But her heart is in the right place. Anyway, we should be on our way too. It's not much farther now. She was right. It takes very little time to reach the Scarlet Hollow mines. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortunes. Your cousin just so happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitors she's dealing with at the moment. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. This has got to be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation. You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I am going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway, and you only give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you, and your damn mind, and the shit house you had me living in. It'd all be better off as a heap of rubble. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Sybil? Umi Hazakinu? What are you doing here? I wanted to have a word with your cousin here, and I had some business with you as well. Though it looks to me like you're busy, I wouldn't want to impose. Why don't you drop by the tea room sometime this week, Tabitha? Yeah, sure. I'll swing by tomorrow. Wonderful. I'll be on my way, but it was lovely catching up, Umi Hazakinu. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around town. The woman finally leaves, and you're alone with your cousin once again. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess I'll babysit you in my office. Just don't make yourself a burden, alright? I have a lot to do today. The just simple said things I saw last night are an omen of impending doom. Something very bad is going to happen in town. What was all that layoff stuff about? What was all that layoff stuff about? There's nothing you have to worry about. Running a business isn't all sunshine and roses. In fact, it's almost never sunshine and roses. I think there's a presence at their house, Tabitha. A presence? What, like a ghost? Just because it's a creepy old house doesn't mean it's haunted. Not even Stella thinks it's haunted, or she'd be banging down my door to film some video in my house. In a building as big and old as the estate, there are going to be noises. It shifts in the wind, door slams on their own. Get used to it. I don't need you running out here every time you hear a creaky floorboard. I'm glad things worked out this way. It might be nice to spend some time together. It's not a chill day at the estate now. What? I'm kind of glad things worked out this way. It might be nice spending time together. It might be nice to spend time together. Is this your idea of spending time together? Because I'm not spending time with you. You are in my office while I am doing my work. You better not need me to entertain you today. I need to get back to work. Try to occupy yourself. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She has apparently been banned from the mines. Kenai, there are also a suspicious number of ordinary photos of her and Gretchen. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desk are portraits of older people. A woman and an old-timey man. One looks like the pictures you've seen of Perlane. The other, you're not so sure, but from context you assume he must also be an old relative. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Do they also get vacations? Or I really admire your leadership with that guy earlier. I don't like how you treated a man earlier. There's a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property. For those people on the wall. There's a gun here. I learned that there was a big mine collapse here. Do you think something like that could ever happen again? People said things I saw last night are omen of impending doom. Something very bad is going to happen in this town. Miners working in the same mine that collapsed. They have to dig out people's bodies. I really admired your leadership with the guy earlier. Yes, I'm good at my job. Scarlets have cultivated generations of a certain kind of management style that has gotten the mine through some very difficult times. You can't let people run all over you. Grandma Eddie learned that from Enoch, and she instilled it in Perlane. And Perlane instilled it in me. Vivian couldn't cut it. She would have been terrible at this. Dude. Is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property? Stella likes to poke around in places she shouldn't. She kept sneaking up here to film videos or whatever her excuse was. As if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen, so she's banned. Never call Perlane mom. You never call Perlane mom. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. And then there was a big mine collapse here once. Do you think something like that could ever happen again? Of course not. That only happened because of someone else's negligence. We couldn't make those kinds of mistakes, especially not with the current mining technology. Our family trusted a man who we shouldn't have trusted, Charles Shaw. He cut corners, used cheap and damaged materials. People died because of him. So we never hired someone else from outside the family to help run this place ever again. And what do you know? We've never come close to having another collapse. I might be what people consider a tough boss, but I run a tight ship, and that's how you avoid accidents. God, you really talk a lot, don't you? Are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Perlana at this point. And the other one is Enoch, our great-great-grandfather, who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who owned the mines up on the wall, but I don't think Perlana was too excited to have great-grandma Eddie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. Is it gonna hear something? Yeah, that's enough. We sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. A pleasant bird song you're used to hearing as a constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sound of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. The PB&J was not enough to sustain you this long. You require more substantial sustenance. Any food? Let's take a lunch break here. Are you hungry? I could pick us up something if there's some place. This place to get food. Hey, are you hungry? I could pick us up something if there's a place to get food. Oh, I guess now that you mention it, yeah. The cafeteria has a mac and cheese I don't hate. It's a building with a big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. I don't need you falling down any mine shafts. Get up, leaving Tabitha's office and once again stepping out into the fresh air. This cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All of the gray, corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Get directions from a nearby group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but you're here among the workers, unsupervised. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual? You got reason to be bothering us? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Missed that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, Oh. Well, I guess he ain't. And he ain't even skipped town, huh? Pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. What a relief. Thought something awful had happened to the poor guy. Preston, what'd you think happened to him? Ain't our place to talk about it. Least of all, not with the boss, with the boss's cousin. So I met this guy on the bus. Wore a beanie and a shirt that said, I want to. Yeah. He said he had some friends working the mines up here. A lot of people wear beanies. He gave me some boiled peanuts, want any? Pull out your bag of boiled peanuts and offer them to the miners. He gave me some boiled peanuts. Do y'all want any? Pass. No thanks. I'm good. Now, is there anything else we can help you with? Seen anything weird lately? The miner looked you up and down. Weird how? Weird noises coming from the woods. Have you heard any weird noises coming from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the days, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just used to the local wildlife. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. Have you run into weird animals? Nope. You've been talking to the townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Videos are actually pretty good. But, you know, now that I think about it, it is pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd see all sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the seasons changing. All the animals are hibernating, that's all. Now, no, she's got a point. I've been here for 5 years now, and it's never been like this before. Yeah, maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. I've got a couple of other questions. So, what do you think of Tabitha? Might have stare at you, distrust in her eyes. Harrison chews her sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good enough boss, end of story. I should get out of town. There's some seriously messed up stuff going on here. It's the best pay I've ever had. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, I ain't sacrificing my retirement for some big shit like that. I just started last year. If I just up and left, I don't think anyone else would hire me. I'm looking for the cafeteria. I'm going to do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zex. Go easy on him. I'm going easy on him. The calf is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner, only good establishment in town. No, the mac and cheese is pretty decent. The mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent, and we all know why that is. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyway. So much for getting straight answer. The cafeteria remains a hidden treasure, and you remain without a map. Approach another group of miners. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? Do you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sad Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? Met him last night. Really creepy encounter, man. Oh, thank God! Everyone thought he was dead. Now hold on, Kirby doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? The name on his jacket, just like yours. Name on his jacket, Wayne, just like yours says Smith. So do all of our jackets. But if I switch with Isaacs, that don't make me Isaacs. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. You really think he's running around town creeping on strangers and ignoring his friends and co-workers? Seemed more like to me that somebody took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes. The miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. This is messed up. But who would do something like that? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Yikes, do you think... No way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who's Wayne seeing? Whoa, now, if you don't know, then no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be the next one on chopping block. Missed him. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Just look, I don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as it is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. As Smith and Rodriguez turn to leave, Isaacs hesitates. I'll be just a minute, guys. Little funeral, man. I just wanted to ask you something in private. I'm about to grab something from the caf if you don't mind joining. That's serendipitous! You still don't know where the cafeteria is, but this haggard young man has, of his own accord, offered to share his wisdom with you. And I don't know you. I'm good. Follow him. He's actually looking for the cafeteria. Great, let's walk. Follow the hard-faced young man, an anxious energy in his step, as he escorts you to a building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much smaller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food, undoubtedly made as cheaply as possible. Judging by your cousin's business practices, still, it smells good enough. Find your mouth watering in anticipation of the bland offerings. You said something earlier about seeing Wayne? The man's voice is quiet and nervous. Did Tabitha see him? Did she say anything to you about him? I can't talk hungry. Why are you asking me? Look, man, I just want to get some food and I can't help you. I'm not telling you anything. Be alone, please. I do everything I know. Shit, look, Sam Wayne is a friend of mine, and he's been missing for over a week now, and I seem to be the only person around here who gives a rat's ass about it. And I'd be willing to bet the last person who saw him was... Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? That Sam Wayne fella? No, wasn't it? Whatever, if anyone asks, we never talked about it. I don't want to disappear, too. What's got that kid so jumpy? It's like he never heard of a guy running off because he got broke up with before. Yep, I've skipped town over less. Oh, it's my lucky day. They got chicken and dumplings. You gotta know about this Wayne fellow. All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody in camp seen him since. I figured he'd just run off to live in a big mansion with his belle. Thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall to your knees if a woman of means showed the slightest bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. You'd best get going. We wouldn't want the hot meal to go cold. No reason to stay here any longer. Step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beach slops, and start making your way back towards her trailer. But you don't make it far. Something stops you. A strange uneasiness, a feeling of being watched, the smell of sick flesh. Oh, Mihazukino, I wish you could have stayed at the estate. It's dangerous here. Oh, hey, somebody was looking for you. Jesus Christ! What the fuck, man? You're going to keep doing this? Do you need help? Was that you in the garden this morning? Attack him. I mean dangerous because it's on mine. Oh, Jesus Christ! No. Yeah. Oh, hey, somebody of yours was looking for you. The figure, Wayne doesn't respond to this. Do you need help? It looks like you're hurt. So you aren't afraid of me. Good. Protect yourself before worrying over others, Umihazukino. There are other forces at play here, trying to pull you in their own directions. They've already made things more difficult for us both. I hope you have the strength to survive what they intend to put you through. For both our sakes. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Stop following me. What's going to happen? Or you and I was in the woods? Yeah, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I'll be watching you. Look back like nothing happened. You casually continue on your way, returning to the hill where Tabitha's trailer is perched. She meets you at the door. Took you long enough. What? Was there a long line? There's this creepy monitor who keeps following me. Wait, am I in danger here? I'm taking me back to the sea. I don't think I should be here. This weird stuff keep happening here. Is this town always like this? I think I should go home like my home. Yeah, it's just a long line, that's all. Why does weird stuff keep happening to me here? Is this town always like this? Oh, what? Did something else happen? I really can't let you out of my sight, can I? This town is normal and boring. If anything, you brought that weird with you from Valencia. It doesn't matter. Come back in and we can have lunch and get ourselves one step closer to this day being over. Because of the attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere, she stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Is that Stella? How many times do I have to tell her that she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door and you both march your way down the hill. Now, as you and Tabitha approach, you're able to pick out snippets of Stella's conversation with the miners. Ditchlings. My grandma used to tell me stories about them. Claims she saw one once, and that's why she always had such bad luck. Johnson, I think that's the boss storming over. Is it now? Sure is. Suppose that's our cue. Pardon us. Tabby, Umihazukino. Hey, I was just trespassing? Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time. Shit, I knew we needed to look out. Is there someone talking to you through the earpiece? Tanika, is that you on the other end? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby, it's just that Oski's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around to see if anybody had seen her. When we were at it, we're also seeing if anybody had encountered these things we saw in the woods last night. Ditchlings that Sybil said are like mouthmen foretelling doom. Yeah. Sorry, Tabby. It's just that Oscar. Alright. Stella. And also, there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here, and who Kaneka says is super creepy and sick. And Stella. Yeah. Just stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here. I promise. You are standing right in front of me, extremely here. Why don't you just check the usual teen haunts for the kid, the Maxwell Place or the gas station or whatever, anywhere but here, where you are explicitly not allowed to be. I mean, it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we? You and Kanika? Yeah, she would think something awful is going to happen here. She hates me and everything I stand for, and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if it wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else before. Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed a girl with a dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina. Kanika, we found her. She's headed up the hill. Up the hill? She's not headed for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We better go after her before somebody gets killed up there. You've got to be kidding me. No, this is great. I'll just go let her know Oscar's looking for her, then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Stella hurries after the girl disappearing over the hill. Damn it, I'm never going to finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We better go break this up. You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded up entrance to the old mine. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? Yeah, it's because of bonding. Going after them. I have to go in there, do we? Don't we? Can you do this alone? I don't think I should. Yeah, it's cousin bonding time. Tabitha sighs. Sure, okay, you worn me down. I don't like the thought of you walking around in an abandoned old coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. Tabitha huffs her way up to the mine entrance and disappears into darkness. Follow her. You follow her and enter the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Do you know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Because there's a collapse 100 years ago that killed a bunch of people, because it ran out of coal, because deep down you like being curmudgeoned. No, why? Because there was a collapse 100 years ago that killed a bunch of people? 168 people? A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It's almost ruined our family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crush injuries, or burns, or dehydration. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. I can't say I blame them. Spent a lot of time thinking about this place, haven't you? I have. There are still bodies down here and that were never recovered. 168 people climbed down to their deaths that day, unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. None of us knew the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deep in the mine. What's that? Oh god, the mine's about to collapse, isn't it? How was that? Probably another delinquent looking for a lifetime ban from my property. Come on, it came from this way. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mines. Follow her. You take a deep breath and follow her suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in the thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in this town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Oh no, I know this isn't you. Miles, it had better not be you. Yeah, whatever. It's not me. What are you even doing here? Looks like we found our trespassers. I still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kaneka out here. She avoids me like the plague. What's the deal with you and Kaneka? Kanika? I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her, aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous that Stella and I started spending time together, but that was years ago. So who knows? What do you think of Kaninka? You're probably right. She's jealous and needs to all get over it. I think she hates our family. No offense, but you're a little rough around the edges. What do you think of Kaninka? I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit. I respect her, but don't tell her I said that. I wouldn't want to appear weak. Offense, but you are a little rough around the edges. That doesn't mean she has to give me a hard time. Yeah. Have you tried talking to her? You tried talking to her? No, even if I tried, it's not like she'd listen, probably. Look, I've kind of given up on other people understanding me. It doesn't matter. I mean, since you remained silent, let's just move on, alright? You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kaneka in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approaching. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh shit. Oh, hey Tabby. Inumi Hazaginu, I guess you two caught up to us. Hanging around with Tabitha today, I guess? Well, at least maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. Do none of you understand that aborted mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Aw, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a straw on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. Enough! The damage is already done. Now leave. I am putting my mother in the ground this week. I do not have the patience to deal with children. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha with anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on. Maybe, guys. Oh, come on, guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mind not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. No. My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. Absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just want to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it's not, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina. Yeah, look, Rosalina. I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all this. He's a good guy, and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. Just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. Ugh. You are all children and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. It's a pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? Not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad. Two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. You're right, Oscar should treat you more like an adult. How do you know where there isn't a ghost? At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. I'm sure Oscar's doing this to protect you. Can't really tell her how she feels. I could agree, but then that usually gives more of a, oh, I'm right then. There isn't a ghost. How do you know there isn't a ghost? Question logic with logic. I'm not going to weigh in on this. It's between you and your dad, so it's either first or the fourth one. I might actually go for the fourth, just because it seems more curious. Interesting. How do you know there isn't a ghost? Yeah, there isn't a ghost. Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There are no such thing as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. Yo, what if we break in and ghostbust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghostbust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. Oh, that's this guy. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost. Alright. Yeah. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghostbusts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. NECA is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what is it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this is why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. They're an old Cornish myth. It's named for knocking sound you can sometimes hear in mines right before a collapse. Some say the knocking is a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Stella. I mean, that's not all they do. They're also sometimes just mischievous. Stella? I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. You have no sense of self-preservation. I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. You hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of the small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Rosalina, what are you doing? I don't know. What am I doing? Wait, what? Rosalina, don't go in there. Becca and Alexis, stop trying to get us all killed. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna hang back. Ugh, I knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. Oh, alright. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know, I'm sorry. Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneaking off and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh, they must have squeezed through the child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. Della, stop sneaking into my minds. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess, but no. There just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mind. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis, I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where the tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go take a look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I'm not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mind. Except for you, Umi Hazakino, I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure, I can never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. What about you, girl? Are you sure you really don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you're not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Aw, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. Could just all leave. Do I have to come with you? Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. Tabitha, don't push Stella away like that. She hasn't done anything to deserve it. Not getting in the middle of this. Alright, let's do this. Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. I don't need you to fight my battles for me, Umi Hazakino. It's fine. Stella can tag along. I'll leave, so I have to come with you. Alright, let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? No, watch me. Quick pause, quick pause. Alright. Begin. Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Excuse me, I am a formidable and self-sufficient monster hunter companion. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night. And who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. Kamiko, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head toward the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teams. Alright, I'm now dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance at as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mines. Let's go. As the three of you move deeper into the mines, you hear echoes of a conversation bounce across the walls. But Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was like really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? Oh, we're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Well, I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. Thanks, Stella. Meat Rice? That's a big deal. Thanks, Stella. Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're on, like, every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all of the things she said tonight. I don't like her. For a public figure, I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin. I don't like her. I remain silent. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who would let other people's opinions bother you. If you did, I wouldn't have to try so hard to keep you off my property. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Oh man, I wish they gossiped about me. Oh man, I wish they were gossiping about me. Gosh, I'm just not so sure about that. I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mind sounds. Did you see that? No, it was just shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up, there's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. You sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Wait, do they see? Everyone's doing the prank, but if it's all just a terrible prank, Tommy knockers, those poor kids, they need something that down here was a bad idea. I can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when and this is all said and done. Are you sure? Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Yes, I'm familiar with all those old maps of the place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here, where everything joins back up. Those poor kids. They're not making us do it. Poor kids. I have no sympathy for their terror. They brought this upon themselves for trespassing in my mind and making me come down here. I'm sure they're just upset that you came down here as you are. Tommy knockers. Tommy knockers! Oh, calm down, both of you. Tell yourself, Stella, as soon as they got deeper into the mine, their bravado in the face of authority could vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deep in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. We're getting closer, keep moving. Getting closer, let's keep moving. As you progress deeper in the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. Tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. Century-old ladder is the only way forward. The darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens. They're panicking. panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch black corridors. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawl through passes through the chamber below. That sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down into the pit. You walk to the ladder and climb down. Hey kids. No, great, the adults are here. Thanks, Alex is real nice. Because needing to feel like you're better than other people so important to you that's worth being buried alive over. I have an actual death wish because I can see this place starting to collapse. Becca, what are you doing? Alexis, you're so much braver than you think are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. Because needing to feel like you're better than other people so important to you that it's worth being buried alive over. What? No, what are you talking about? Give me a break. The whole time you've been down here, you've done nothing but tear down every single person around you. The only people who do that are people who are afraid of themselves. Leave now. Whatever. So this isn't fun anymore. Fine, we'll leave. Thanks, Umi Hazakinu. Oh, good job. As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. Desperate need to perceive and to be perceived. Hey, are you alright, Umi Hazakinu? What do you think you're going to do? Get away from there! Cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Umi Hazakinu, Tabby, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes, you're not fine. Neither of you can move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? Fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Raise up on your elbows, head still swimming for the visions, your surroundings. Coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling, as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stands between you and the many tons of rocks over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Okay, he's getting closer. At least the kids are safe. I had some sort of vision. Did you see it too? Wait, did you know something might happen? Get out of here. Get out of here. Couldn't agree more. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with the knocking, but that is the sound of the mine collapse. Quick up the ladder. From the hell. Glad like hell! This way, come on. Cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridor and winding passages of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace, the entrance is so close. And there it is. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up! What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea, and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't shown up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you! Should we go after her? No, let her have her little trauma. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm going to get my car and then we're going home. Tabby. Tabitha leaves towards the active mine without another word and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanita. Vision. Your vision. There was a stone carving on the wall of the pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure you didn't just hallucinate? You were at the bottom of an old mine. I don't know, Nix. You weren't down there. Rumi Hazakinu and Tabby had like simultaneously seizures. Next to this creepy stone carving, it was like something out of a movie. We sure dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You were incredible down in the pit too. What happens now? It looks like Tabitha's back. I better drive these kids home. Come on, let's get back to the state. It's been a long day and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Umi Hazakinu? Tomorrow? You have already ruined my evening on 2 consecutive nights, Stella. What do you think you'll be doing with my cousin tomorrow? We're going gust hunting at Oscar's, remember? We talked about it in the mines. You weren't there. You were there. I didn't think you were serious. Fine. If we're going to keep running into each other, we might as well all have an open line of communication. I don't have Stella's number, so Umi Hazakinu, you should make sure you do. No, but you're toady, Tabitha, but my privacy. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Give Stella your contact info. Don't worry, I'll only use the newfound power when it's truly urgent. Like inviting you over for breakfast. Keep me posted on what she's doing. Let me know if that ghost hunt actually happens. It's weird that you care about what she's doing so much. Clearly I have to. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. I'll take you lure back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, where what might lurk behind the tree line. Now, are you holding up? I've been better. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen. I have Perlan to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but the strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? Oh, are we bonding? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. And about Perlan for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. You're right, there are a lot of adults who should have done better jobs late. It's a mixture of the two, though. Like, the kids will act out and make choices on their own. That isn't completely marked by the parents, but at the same time, some parents don't really help the situation. Because they end up, what's it called? They end up limiting or allowing the kids to be too free, or they don't give them enough time. I don't know. It's a tough one. There's a lot of going on, so I'll just remain silent. Remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Doing terribly, by the way. Why do you treat Stella like that? Don't you two used to be friends? It was a bit different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whomever she thinks she knows. Sorry about today. It's fine. Right in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day has a lot more stressful than it needed to be. At least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. Turn in. You head up to your room and to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. These are those things, right? Anika sends you a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window. At this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from the evening is finally wearing off, replaced by creepy exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous picture on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you'd almost feel uncomfortable. As you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just the cat. It's always just a cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. The knocking continues. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed if you dare. Finish episode 2 with keen eye. Alright, cool. Alright. I think from here, I'm going to call it. We got through chapter 2. This is, yeah, very interesting so far. I am very curious as to what exactly we're going to find further into this story. Thankfully, Tabitha is more open to communicating. So that's a huge change. Let's see. Glad we're able to see Stella again. I was wondering what exactly everything was going to change to, but I mean, it only made sense to just work around the house, especially for after causing that anxiety. No, that nervousness, that worry. There you go, the worry. And yeah. So I'm kind of curious what exactly is going to happen next. So we end up dealing with the ditchlings. So apparently they're just a predecessor of ill omens, precursor to of ill omens, I guess. I'm probably using it wrong, but whatever. We had to deal with the something knockers. What the fuck are they called again? Hobknockers, I guess is what it's called. If I recall correctly. So that's pretty curious. Let's see. Where are you at? There you go. And yeah, I'm kind of curious what the next 3 episodes are going to be about. But Pro finally came to the room, checking in on me. Tabitha has her own little secrets that we're not going to know of just yet. It's very curious, though. Oh, I wonder what the other choices could have been, especially since we had to choose our own, I guess, strengths in a sense. Overall, I want to say thank you very, very much for joining me again this very night on this journey into Scarlet Hollow. So we have 3 more chapters that are still available. They still want to release 2 more. So we'll see how that goes when it actually gets released. I will see if I can continue on with this one next time, because it is very curious, or to continue in Sound Mind because I also want to know what happens in that one. But again, thank you for your company tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, a wonderful morning, wherever you're at. May you be able to accomplish anything that you want to. And remember to just keep on being who you want to be and become the best version of yourself that you want to find, right? Let's just mark our path as we go about this very stressful at times and full world. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. And thank you again.